in Chehalis for the night. We drove another like 2 hours. I'm just getting really tired. I really wanted to make it to Lacey, but it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Walking the dogs. This is a pretty nice Walmart. A couple other rigs, so I feel good about that. I always feel a little bit safer when there's other RVers around. It just makes me feel, you know, like we're watching out for each other. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to bed. Good night. Good morning. We stayed at the Chehalis Walmart last night, overnight. Pretty quiet. And we're at Home Depot right now. Just getting a few little supplies like locks, and I needed a 5-gallon bucket and some motion lights to put back by the bikes, just for like added security. What else? That's basically it. We're headed to Bellingham. I think tonight is as far as we're gonna go. I just realized I left my milepost book at home, so I'm probably gonna pick up another one at Barnes & Noble there in Bellingham. We'll check in? Both, I guess, later.
Space Noodle, it's really, the Space Needle is really cool. It's a place.
There it is. Seattle.
The camera's in the way. There's so much moving stuff. You can't really tell a lot. Anyway, this is pretty cool. I don't know if you can tell, but up there is a golden car somewhere. We saw it go past. It was incredible, right, Mom?
Just made it to Bellingham, and I'm at Barnes & Noble right now. My mom got me a copy of the milepost, which has mile by mile, like, points of interest and planning and all that stuff, going up to Alaska, and I left it at home, so she ordered it for me to pick up here at the Barnes & Noble in Bellingham. It was a 4-hour drive. When we got here, our tire was flat on the back of the dually. So we're just waiting for AAA to come. Here's the look outside. There's Blue. Shoot. Trying to stay positive. It's a little hard right now. I just feel like, gosh, I don't know. I'll talk about it more tonight. That is the sound of our tire getting flatter. We're at the Winco right now to do some grocery shopping, and the Les Schwab is right down the road, so hopefully they'll let us stay the night here. I mean, it's literally like right down there, like at the light on the corner is Les Schwab, so I'm sure once that thing's flat we can hobble on down there pretty well. Anyway, we're gonna go do some grocery shopping. I hear it's some good deals here. Say hi, Talula. No, never mind. Get in here. Boo. Deja vu, deja vu, deja vu, deja vu, deja vu. Sure. Don't bump the table.
Hi, my name is Talula, and I am trying sardines. It is very weird, and I have to show you a spine. That's spine.
Okay, that's enough. You're grossing me out. What a day. What a day, what a day, what a day. We are currently waiting on our second AAA visit. We drove from Chehalis to Bellingham, which was like a 4-hour drive. I checked the tire before we left this morning and it seemed okay. Like, I just have to look at it because I can't actually check it. So we drove up here and I went to Barnes & Noble to pick up a book. Got out of the RV and I noticed that it was super, super low. So called AAA. He came and filled it with air, found the hole, but said that he couldn't patch it. They weren't allowed to do that. So we're like, okay, cool, it's fine. You know, just put air in it. And he said, go stay at Winco because Les Schwab is just down the road, and then you can just go to Les Schwab in the morning when they open. The Les Schwab parking lot is really too small for us to just park in. So we got to Winco, and they said, you can't stay here. It's really not safe. It's not a safe area. I told them we had bikes on there, and they're like, yeah, I don't think that you should. So, but grocery shopping, which was pretty amazing. Like, Winco has an amazing bulk food section, and had a lot of fun in there. Sardines. And Talula wanted to try sardines, so got her some sardines.
I kind of like it, but I don't like it.
It's not my jam, baby. Not my jam.
I don't like these.
Yeah.
Bones.
So anyway, went grocery shopping and came back out, and the tire was super duper duper flat. And before we went in, we could hear the hissing, and I think that's because he had to remove the hubcap, and it may have just kind of made it worse. I don't know. Anyway, I called AAA back, and I said, you know, I'm a little disappointed in the last visit because he seemed really hesitant to put the spare on, which is something I forgot to mention, but he seemed hesitant. I mentioned it, and he was like, no, I'll fill it with air, it should be fine, it'll get you to where you need to go, and then in the morning, you know. And I was like, no, it's definitely not going to work now. Hold on, noise. What in the... They're taking the carts.
Don't mind that.
Wow. So anyway, I called and I said, will this count as another call, because this would make my third call out of the 4 that I'm allowed per year to call AAA. And I kind of explained my situation. I said, I can't move, and I really wish that he would have put the spare on. And so they're not going to count it against me, which is really awesome. I talked to a really sweet lady from Minnesota. She had a very thick accent. It was cute. So they're sending someone back out to put the spare on so that we can move a mile down the road to Walmart, which was our original plan, but because of the tire, we're going to stay close to Les Schwab. So that's been our day. We had a pretty uneventful drive. Went by, it wasn't rough. Well, it ended rough. It's just discouraging. It's just discouraging, but we'll be all right. Drove through Seattle. Talula got to see the Space Needle. We listened to NPR, listened to Ask Me Another, which is a really fun trivia game. And they were talking about Pride.
I'm showing bubblegum right now.
Oh. They were talking about Pride on NPR, and Talula wanted to know what that was about. So I talked to her about the LGBTQ community and what that meant. And then when we got closer to the Space Needle, there was a...
I'll be right back.
I'm getting a phone call. It's okay. I think I can not answer it. I'm sorry, Terry. I'm sorry. I'll call you back.
I'll call you back there.
I'll call you back.
Love you, Dad. No.
He'll understand. He'll forgive us.
Yeah, he will.
He will, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, when we got close to the Space Needle, there's a big rainbow flag on top. It was really cool. So Pride's going on in Seattle this weekend, so that's really special. You know, listen to some Tom Petty, and Harry's calling again. I'll do an outro a little bit later, but we're just kind of sitting, hanging out, waiting for AAA at this moment, and hoping that they can help us. All right, goodbye.
Hi. So I went outside and I found some pretty cool rocks. See?
You're showing closely. Let me grab one.
So they look like. Real up close. Can you put it back in my hand? And I don't know why, but I'm gonna put them on my mouth. They look pretty dirty, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just for reactions.
Okay, time to
They're
finish.
chocolate rocks. Tricked ya! Ha ha ha! Okay, continue.
It's time to say goodnight. I'm in my robe and jammies. I'm sorry this is kind of a bummer vlog, but we had AAA come back out and put a spare on because Winco would not let us stay overnight. And so I wanted to move back to Walmart until Les Schwab opened in the morning. They came and took the outside dually tire off, and it was worn just on one side, which is like a total mystery because if it was overinflated, it would wear all the way around in the center. If it was underinflated, it would wear all the way on the outside, all the way around. If someone slammed on their brakes, it would have wear across the tire. And this is just on one side in one place. It's like a big mystery. So they got that off, and then they discovered that the second dually, the inside dually, was also low. They thought it was flat, but it was just low, yeah. So they were able to add air to it and then put the spare on it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oops, sorry.
Just wait, okay? She's trying to get at her rocks.
I'm gonna go get some more rocks too.
Just wait, honey, because you're gonna bump the table. So, they did that. They were both super, super duper nice guys that came out, and it started raining, and so we came over to Walmart, and I called and asked and kind of told them the situation, like, you know, I have a flat, or I have some tire issues, and I need to wait till Les Schwab opens, and he was like, yeah, totally, you just don't stay longer than 24 hours. So we came in, I made pizza, just kind of feeling down, but the plus side to all of this is that it happened before we entered Canada and potentially moved into a place that wouldn't have cell coverage. So that's the best thing. And we'll get it taken care of. I'm going to have them look at the brakes and just make sure everything's fine. So that's tomorrow. We're going to go to bed, get some really good sleep, and we'll be back tomorrow. night.